Hello, everyone. My name is Trent, but most of you know me as IT Guy, and welcome back to the Blockchain Gaming Podcast. In this episode, I have Raynstorm on the show to talk about the interesting changes in Coin Hunt world in the past couple of weeks, including the Hunter's Lodge 5 and all of the updates that'll follow. So without any further ado, let's just jump into it. Raynstorm, how you doing today, man?
Doing great, doing great. Been waiting a long time for this.
It's been a minute, hey? Last time we spoke, this one was a long time coming. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
So yeah, extremely busy. So we were just talking right before the start here that my last podcast was 1 year, and with your streaming, yeah, you're pulling up on a year. So why don't you how's that been?
It's been crazy. Man, it's been fantastic. We've been growing over time. That breaking news event we did, we got a few more followers and everything. So
yeah, that one was right after the Hunter's Lodge, right?
Yeah. When they were doing the climb up the one where they were doing the climb up.
Oh, right.
Stuff,
yeah.
Breaking news. Yeah.
Oh, nice. That's really cool. Yeah. That's a good idea, eh? The breaking news, the network stuff. I mean, the things are going on at all times that you could definitely just report on.
Oh yeah. I mean, anytime somebody says, "Hey, we're doing this," the bar and chill's ready most of the time. I pulled that one out of my backside there for I had 10 minutes to get it set up.
Right. Yeah, that was quick thinking. I think after the Hunter's Lodges would be a good one too, because then you get a lot of the information, a lot of people sharing information, like their takes on what was happening. I think that'd be a pretty.
This last one.
Yeah. This last one was nuts. It's you know, looking at the Hunter's Lodge, you see a totally different game than a year ago when we first started.
Yeah, the game's changed so much since we first started. I mean, I used to have to go out and go way outside of town just to get enough keys to hunt in town.
Right. Yeah, I remember that a long time ago, just in the Discord. You know, there was a few of us complaining about how little keys we had.
Yeah,
I was definitely one of them.
More of a level playing ground.
That's very true. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. That's kind of what I'm having a lot of fun with lately. But before we jump into any of the Hunter's Lodge stuff, I gotta ask you, what are some of the the accolades or some of the things that you've done inside of the game or outside of the game in the community? I know obviously you have the stream, so you can talk about that too, right?
Yeah. We haven't had any luck. Nobody in my household's had any luck really getting too high up in the leaderboards. A lot of competition, and here in Michigan, I mean, we got a few that are pretty high up in the leaderboards. But I've been doing pretty good. Been polling about 11th, 10th on the local leaderboard monthly.
I see that. Yeah.
I've been really picking that up. And with this walking quest, I've been really being a little more steady with it. But there's some days it's too hot.
That's crazy. You know what? In the past week, I've done almost all of my walking quests, all 8, every day. Now that obviously has something to do with everybody needs a ton of keys. So I've really put on my shoelaces and started walking a lot. But it's hot out.
Oh yeah.
We're relatively close to each other, geographically. So we're probably getting the same temperature, but yeah, it's pretty gross. You can't go out noon to 4. Those are deadly times.
And the humidity zone anywhere near the Great Lakes is just.
That's true. Yes, exactly.
I'm surrounded by water on 3 sides, really. Yeah.
Yeah. And so what's the temperature been like?
Well, they've been saying in the 90s, but then they use that word real feel. Yeah. And that always seems a little low when you walk outside and your face starts melting.
Yeah. Or it's hard to breathe.
Oh yeah, you walk out and you're like,
yeah. I know. I almost I didn't, but I almost went on a walk with an umbrella.
Yeah, I did that one day. I lost my umbrella because I went outside. I didn't realize we were gonna have 52-mile-an-hour winds. Yeah. And I'm sitting there walking with my umbrella, and I'm about 5 or 6 volts in, and all of a sudden the wind blows, my umbrella just inverts, and I was like, well, this ain't gonna do me no good.
No. Yeah, that's funny. Was it hot out that day? Is that why you needed the umbrella?
Oh, it wasn't hot. It was just
okay.
pouring
Just
down rain, and my
it's a
phone ain't
tornado.
waterproof.
No, it's not, eh? Uh-oh.
Yeah. Well, even the ones that say they're waterproof aren't. I've seen people, they're like, yeah, my phone's good up to like 6 meters in the water, and they drop it in a 2 foot pool. And I was like, that
Yeah.
was a small 6 meters, wasn't it?
I got a iPhone and mine's water resistant. So I
Oh,
don't
yeah, I
drop
like
it.
that word too.
Yeah, I don't drop it in any puddles or pools, but if it gets splashed, I'm okay with that. But you know what I found, that trying to play coin hunt in the rain is real difficult with a smartphone. Like
Oh, yeah. Because of
after
the touching on the screen. When your
it's
screen gets
insane.
wet and you go to touch here and it thinks you're up here and you're like, no, no, no.
Especially for coin hunt world, when you don't like the answers are so close to each other.
Oh, yeah.
You're
Yeah, I
constantly
kind of
clicking the
wish
wrong
it
one.
would gap that just a little bit more.
Rain
'Cause
mode.
that would help with the with the rain, and having that little gap there might help.
Do you remember the time? It just happened right after the dynamic rewards, when the clickable boxes were actually a lot smaller.
Oh,
They
yeah.
got a lot smaller, and everybody was like, "What's going on?" Like we couldn't figure. We thought that was going to be how the game was for the rest of the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, they kept every change and stuff they make. People were like, "Oh," and then they roll it out and they get the feedback, and then it becomes just something amazing. I mean, this
Yeah.
walking quest has been absolutely fantastic for my energy and everything.
Yeah.
That getting out and walking every day, I feel great the next day after I get my goal 8.
It feels good. I mean, you get like an achievement. It feels like you actually did something. I feel productive. And you're
Yeah.
right. If I hit a like an hour walk in the morning, it's like almost better than a coffee, almost, but not quite.
I've been doing pretty good here. Like I
Mhm.
said before, I mean, I was a lone hunter when I first started here. I mean, it was me, some system volts, and some keys.
Yeah.
And I got my wife and daughter to start playing, and got my niece and her boyfriend playing, and
Oh wow.
then I got my nephew. He's on the brink and stuff. He made an account, so we'll see what happens.
As long as he gets his user vaults down.
Yeah, that's what I told him. I was like, you got to get them down before they change it, and then you might have less. You have to work harder for.
That's true. That could be a potential. I mean, that one was just kind of glanced over on the slides.
Yeah.
User vault blueprints are coming, but just don't worry about that right now.
Yeah.
It's like that's one of the huge impacts of the game, the user vaults, and it's all about claiming land. So I'm really curious of where they're going to take that, and in what direction, because I can't even pretend to think that I know what's going on.
Yeah, if I let my imagination run wild, I'm gonna create a whole new game up here, and it's gonna.
I know.
Then I'm gonna get disappointed. So I try not to do that too much. I try not to think too far into the future. Like everybody's always like, oh, these blueprints. Everybody was humping on blueprints, and then all of a sudden, that wasn't gonna be the NFT. They were gonna have a whole different kind of NFTs and stuff, and like people lost their minds. It's very. I was like, I ain't jumping that far ahead.
No, it's very fluid. It could change, next week.
Yeah.
Like a solidified fact that we thought about the game could change next week into something we have no idea is going on. So yeah, it's
all of a sudden we get like, fill in the answer instead of
trivia.
Choice.
Yeah. If you can type quick enough.
We better not say that too loud. I know they listen to yours.
It's good and bad. All right. So when did you first start playing the game? So I feel like, we've definitely been around the scene for a year. So when was it that you first started, and do you remember your first like event? Because that's kind of like the milestone that's easiest.
I started right at the end of July. Stuff, and then I seen a Block Boy video, and then I started streaming the following night.
Yeah.
I was already building the bar, and then it was like, ooh, I got an idea, and we've been doing that for a year now.
Yeah, that's awesome. So about the same time you started, you just picked up like doing content for Coin Hunt World.
Oh yeah, Actually, we started off, the original name of the bar was Coin Hunt World Bar and Chill. And
Right. Yeah.
we rode that name for about 6 months. And I thought that didn't really say the personality of the bar enough. I mean, we're more than just Coin Hunt World. So we rebranded. Kevo Strings did all my artwork for me and stuff. And we rebranded as the Riders Bar and Chill. And now we hit that 1 year mark streaming, and it's going to be a huge event. We're at 3 giveaways, all kinds of stuff going on.
I'm excited for it. We'll get to that later, but so it was about, so it would have been after, so the anniversary event maying was your first one?
Yep.
With
It
the elementals?
The elemental event would have been the first event I really got into. Yeah, I forgot the question.
Oh, well, that one was probably by far, I'm thinking in the community's eyes, one of the favorites. At least top 3.
That one was a huge event. It was a struggle because I was still a lone hunter here. So I mean,
just starting up.
Epic, but I did manage to get the 3 lower tier blueprints.
Yeah,
I was able to print 3 of them.
Oh, nice.
I just never got the fire. So
right.
What I had, I sold it all.
That's a strategy. I've kept a lot of my stuff, especially from the elemental invasion, and I'm pretty happy about that. But those are some of those QBs that I don't really know where it's going or what they're going to be doing with it. But it seems like the utility could be off the chain for like elemental style QBs. So
well, like the
water one is great
coming out. If you use your QB in that and stuff, it's going to be a bonus.
It does an additional bonus, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, there's going to be all kinds of cool stuff to do, and I don't know, they got so much stuff that's rolling out right now that just opens up a world of possibilities for this game.
Yeah, I know. I'm really excited for it. I'm excited for that utility to come, and I think that maybe might come with structures. It sounds like, obviously, at least for the fountain.
Right.
That's a great utility for any water QB or water style QB. I don't even know what it's like. They haven't even said, pardon me. They haven't even said what it's going to do. When you staff it with a particular QB, it just says like additional bonus.
Yeah.
So could be anything really.
Them gray areas, they love them.
Oh, I mean, I feel like they have to do that just because.
Oh yeah,
like we said,
you can't set something in stone until you pull it out, because if you do, then everybody's just like, well, you said.
Yeah, and there's screenshots, and you said on this time.
Oh yeah, I love the screenshotters that come at them. Well, you said on this day at this time, and they're like, well, I was drinking. Just calm down.
That's right. Yeah, especially when it's something Cuckoo Puff said.
Oh yeah.
It's
I like the randomness of them though.
Yes, totally. That's one of the things that keeps you here, keeps you playing too. It's not only
community. I mean,
totally engaging every day.
The community itself is very engaging, and then you get the devs in there talking too, and just they drop beans. You get them going,
constantly.
They drop them.
Yeah. You just got to poke a little bit. Just be like, hey, what's this? Hey, you didn't see my question. What's this? That'll do it. A double ask. All right. So since the elemental invasion, have you had a favorite event since then up until now?
Every new one.
Right. Yeah.
Every time they do a new event and stuff, the ones they went back and redid, because after the elemental, they started going back and redoing some of the events and stuff. And I wasn't there for the original event, so they've all been new to me. So I came in mostly for year 2's rollout.
Right. Yeah.
And it's been really neat seeing how much it's changed since I've started.
Right. Yeah. As far as the events go, since a year ago, Elemental Invasion was the only one that didn't. Well, actually, it did have a unique, I guess, mechanic to it. It had the monoliths. That was the first time. Yeah, the first time we saw a mechanic, and then since then there's been mechanics, and then quest chains.
Yeah,
and so
I like the one of my favorite things they've done so far, and it's probably the Tikis.
Right.
That whole group event, getting 9 people to go to Hawaii, it's a lot of work. It's not something that could just happen.
No.
So, I mean, it was just a cool event. And I was like, well, after I found out what it was, I didn't really need the whole collection, but I'm
Right.
still going to collect them all. I'm going
Yeah.
for the full set. Even if I don't get the chief, I'm going to go for the full set.
Right on. Yeah, that's a good little goal because it's not easy to get all of those.
Yeah,
It's
I got
quite
five more.
expensive.
5 more
Oh,
to
you
go.
need 5? Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
And
that's about where I
I've
am
only
too.
bought one.
Oh, nice. You just all off of unique printing?
Yeah.
So how many blueprints did you buy then?
I bought 75 and I've
Oh,
used
wow.
like 42 of them.
Well, I mean, I like your odds.
Yeah,
Another
this is good
30?
RNG. I mean,
Yeah.
I got a Metallo already, so
Nice.
that's one of the hard ones knocked out.
And you know what? They're actually pretty lucrative. I found that, if I sell my duplicates for the tikis, it makes you a decent amount back. I don't think you're getting your full costs plus, what you paid, but it's definitely helping the piggy bank.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm waiting for the tikis to
Smart.
be like right before the next like when they bring back the next Hawaii event. I'm sure the
Right.
tikis will be useful again and stuff. I'm gonna start dropping them then.
I'm sure there's also going to be like a tiki versus tiki Twitter contest, and then that pumps the prices too. So
Oh yeah.
that'll help. But yeah, that's awesome. The also I'm thinking about the tiki event. It wasn't really an event. I mean, it came with the Hawaii kind of
Right.
deal. But I think they have more use case, right, to them. I want to say that the tribe HQs might have something to do with tikis. There's a
I
little
was thinking the
speculation.
same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the tribes, it just made sense. They said tribes, and then all of a sudden they came out with 3 tribes of tikis.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, so that's something's a little suspect there. So I'm not sure what's going on there, but I think it might be a good call to just hold them and not be listing them on the auction house. I think that was the play. I think I got really greedy off the rip, and I kind of just wanted to
I
make
got
all.
a little greedy off the shark sale out and stuff. I put all of my paint up in the auction house, but I made like 300 keys off it. I didn't have more than like 8,000 of one, 5,000 of another, and I made like three yellows off this. So I ain't.
Yeah. I know. I saw the price of paint. So I guess we can jump right into that question. Did you get the shark blueprint?
I did not.
Okay.
It was just out of my budget because I keep going in the auction house. I wanted a foreman, and I've been trying all year to get a foreman, and every time I've been getting beat out and beat out and beat out. And after the walking quest, I started saving up my keys, and I was like, I got almost a red key worth. I'm gonna go for a foreman.
Yeah.
And stuff, and I was willing to fight for it tooth and nail. I was getting that foreman, but I ended up walking away. I think 306 for it.
Wow.
So I made my money back in my paint.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, right on. Yeah. So the paint skyrocketed. I actually ended up buying the shark blueprint. I thought for sure I wasn't gonna. So here was my thought process. My thought process was I didn't think it was gonna sell out at all. At all. I thought maybe 100 or 200 would sell out, and then we'd still have half of them left, and then by the time it comes back around, maybe I'll think about it again. And honestly, I kind of was just in the shop. I felt like I had nothing. I don't know what I was doing. I just bought it. I was like, okay, whatever, fine. I bought it, and then an hour later, it's gone. I was like, wow, that was pretty. I feel I FOMO'd in, and that was the only time FOMOing in has ever been good for anybody.
I've been sitting there hounding my wife for the last 2 weeks. I was like, forge up your keys. I was like, you hardly ever go out and hunt with me. I was like, forge up your keys. I was like, and get that shark blueprint. I was like, you've gathered enough paint, you can almost print one. I was like, a couple more weeks of hunting, you'd be good and stuff. She comes up to me about an hour and a half after it sold out. After I told her it's selling out, you're not gonna get one unless you get in there. She comes to me an hour and a half afterwards, and she says, so how much is that shark?
It's like, don't even worry about that.
2 reds, and she was like, I think I got enough. I was like, no, you don't, because it's not 2 reds no more. They sold out.
Yeah.
And she's like, already? She's like, you just told me. I was like, I've been telling you for 2 weeks.
Well, the thing is that you could have bought another one. They're still available, but on their auction house. And I last time I checked, it was at 3 reds. So it was already. I feel justified now after seeing that on the auction house that my investment immediately almost 50% increase
And
immediately after buying
I
it.
knew some of those purchases, they were purchasing it with the sole intentions of flipping it. I mean,
Yeah, I
that
think so
was
too.
a good call on their part. I mean,
Yeah.
they might see the best profit off the blueprint itself that way, but I
Mm-hmm.
really feel like the sharks are gonna start getting out there, get a little bit cheaper. I
I
don't know
know.
that paint cost though. That's the hard part. That paint cost is gonna keep them up.
So I'm hoping that the price of the shark stays high, obviously, because I grabbed a blueprint,
Right.
but more importantly, because I haven't printed it yet.
Yeah. Now, if it could stay around, I'd say it was 2 keys for the blueprint
Mhm.
and or 2 red keys for the blueprint. So, like a red key and a half would be a good, decent selling price with as many people that are going to start putting them out there, and with them changing up that happy hour now with the new, what is it, 10 questions or whatever it's going to be.
Yeah, 10 categories.
I
Yep.
went out earlier today and seen the happy hour 3 times, and I ain't seen
Oh
that in a
wow.
long time.
I haven't hit happy hour in a long time. I think it's time to start doing that. I'm gonna need the paint. I have
Yeah,
enough paint. I have enough paint for 3 sharks, so the plan is to print August 1st, right, for the leaderboard points, and then print all 3, and I'm hoping that they're still at a red key. And I make my money back, and and then it's about collecting paint again and hitting happy hours, and then kind of using that as my key generation, because as we all know, Veriblock fell off. It's very hard to find a blueprint that can make you money now.
right.
So
Yeah, see, I think that I'm gonna focus on building these
yeah. Oh, the
structures and
builder. Okay.
everything, and the setup for building. I really feel like that's gonna be my strong point.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Now the crystal keys might slow me down a little bit, but they made comments about like we should be getting like some for free
I agree.
in
Yeah.
the economy.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be really cool to see that roll out and see. I know the cities are gonna really just blow up with the structures,
Mm-hmm.
and some of us small towners we're gonna struggle a little bit. But
Yeah.
I really feel like if you got the stuff to do it, like I got 2 foremen, I got 2 construction QBs.
Oh, you're prepped.
So I figure, I can get me one going, and my wife, she just bought a construction QB, so she should be able to get her structure going. And then the way they made it sounds like we'll be able to take our extra like construction QBs and help
Yeah.
boost up people's growth and stuff. So
Yeah.
I just got to get my daughter on board, get her to start buying a QB.
Those are gonna go quick.
She keeps missing that mystery box. I keep telling her you got to get it every hour or every 8 hours, and she's like, but Dad, I got to sleep. I was like,
Yeah. No.
all right, the coin hunt world is life now.
That's hilarious. I must admit that sometimes the mystery box, it's that midnight and to 7:30 is for me. I go to bed before the mystery box happens, so I try to wake up so I can hit. And I try to do the 7:30. I mean, we're on the same time zone, so you know what I'm talking about. Our mystery box resets at midnight, right? It's midnight.
Right.
Yeah,
midnight.
so midnight, and then again at 8 p.m. or 8 a.m. in the morning. So that's exactly like when I'm sleeping. So it sucks to miss 2. You definitely don't want to miss 2 of them.
I don't go to bed till midnight 30 at the earliest. So like,
So you're
I
hitting
always
those.
get that one, and then when I wake up,
How's the other
that
one?
next one's already there, and
Yeah.
then that one at 4 o'clock in the afternoon is like
That's
an
easy.
hour after my wife gets off work, so it's like a great reminder. She gets home, and I like open up my phone and just watch the countdown for the next hour.
Nice. Yeah.
Like I think
Yeah.
I probably have Coin Hunt World running on my phone more than any other app. I think when I went and looked, it was winning by like almost 2/3 of my
Wow.
time spent on my phone is on Coin Hunt World.
Same. It's probably the same for me. I mean, I obviously will listen to the podcast and the music. I do also watch Twitch on my phone, mostly at night, but during the day, no, it's always just in my pocket on for Coin Hunt World. And I mean, I got to get my steps, got to get my keys, So
I like the people that use the excuse about I can't get that mystery box because I'm at work. And I was sitting there thinking, I was like, don't they know they can just open up their phone and like get their mystery box and go to work? Like just leave your phone open to the headquarters and go to work?
You can do that?
Yeah.
Oh, so is that what?
Yeah, that's how I print so fast. Is I'll open up the headquarters when they're going to do a shop drop.
And
I'll
head
open
over.
up the headquarters and then go up to Walmart and wait for it to do the shop drop, and then I'll click it, and then I'll close it out and go to the printer.
Really, that's risky if if you're trying to do the first print, because once you're out there, if your phone it somehow turns off.
There's a risk. There's always
a little bit of a risk. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
If the signal's patchy, but I mean, I get pretty good signal here. I got that Verizon.
Oh yeah, you're good. You're set then. I think the excuse doesn't work anymore either, because every mystery box is like, it's basically a green key anyways. So yeah. you might as well go, because if you get the 20, it's perfect. Or you get the 50, it's awesome. If you get the 8, then you're down 2 keys.
Yeah, every time I get the 50 and stuff, I do a little happy dance. My wife's like, "What are you doing?" She's like,
50
"Wait,
keys.
You got 50 keys." Never.
Yeah.
My wife's gotten to the point where she understands what some of my stuff is. She's like, "Something good happened at Coin Hunt World today. You're in a good mood. What's going on?"
That's hilarious. Yeah, a couple of good trivia questions and a couple of perfects.
Oh yeah, a couple of
Put
perfects
your rating
get you right up and chipper.
Yeah, seriously, especially on, I don't know how many yellow vaults you've hit, but
none.
Okay. Do you have any yellow vaults in your state?
We have the yellow vaults over in Detroit, but it's just as far for me to go to Detroit as it is to go to Indianapolis or Chicago.
Oh.
Like I'm in a trifecta.
You're in the middle.
But it's like no matter which way I go, it's like a 4 to 5 hour drive and stuff.
Mm-hmm. So you're in the middle of the no crane. So you got no cranes around you. That's unfortunate. Well, if you do end up getting the opportunity, I mean, the good thing about that is every yellow vault you hit, you'll probably get it right now, because
yeah. I'm trying to get my wife to plan it out just right for like a full day trip. I want to go to Detroit and hit those, and then go from Detroit down to Indy and hit those, and then go from Indy over to Chicago and just grind out in Chicago, because I see right there by Navy Pier just looks real fun.
So how many yellow vaults are in Detroit? Are there
I think
2? Okay, and are there 2 in Chicago as well?
I know
there's definitely
there's
one.
at least one in Chicago.
Yeah.
I think there's 2 down in Indy. I'm not 100% sure. I can't keep track.
There's so many.
So many vaults now.
I saw, or I was listening to, I forget what podcast. It must have been Zach and Beats, but they were talking about how when stamps come out, which are coming, next week basically?
Yeah, here
in a week from now they're coming, and what country will be the rarest. Now you get the stamps from green vaults and yellow vaults. Green vaults, it's low chance. Yellow vaults, it's high chance. So I was thinking basically the country with the most yellow vaults will have the most stamps coming from it.
Right. Yeah.
And
so
obviously,
USA, we ain't making nothing off our stamps.
No, I'm thinking your stamps will be a little cheap, because they'll be so prevalent. But I think that Canada stamps won't be anything to be like, oh, I got stamps.
I don't know. You guys got some price hikers up there. Manel's not going to let them go too cheap.
I know. So there's actually 2 in Detroit.
Yeah.
And where am I here? So 2 in Detroit and 2 in Indianapolis and 1 in Chicago. Oh, 2 in Chicago. That's 6.
Yeah. So that's a good $60 run if I can nail all them answers. And if I got that much time between spaces, that's plenty of time to check the wiki.
You'll get the answers right for all 6 of those, but not to mention, all the green vaults that are in the location. Like I'm looking at the Chicago one.
Oh yeah, Chicago looked real nice. That's why I said I wanted to end there in Chicago.
Yeah, there looks like a lot of green vaults there. And there's
the 3 places I get in less trouble in Chicago.
Is that right?
Well, they got good pizza. It keeps me busy.
I see. Yeah. They do have good pizza. That's true. Wow, they have, yeah. So I'm thinking there's going to be a lot of stamps coming out of the States just
Yeah.
because of the sheer amount of yellow vaults.
The white tier countries are going to be the rare ones.
Oh man, I think it was today that Illusion Weaver was saying that was it Malaysia? Malaysia is the one with the least amount of players.
Yeah.
So those ones will be the most expensive. We're assuming it's going to be the most expensive. They probably will. I think it's going to be tough to get any of them, to be honest, right?
Oh yeah, the full set of stamps is going to be rough.
I
hope a lot of, because I know they said like each like level of structure, like each certain structure was going to have a certain stamp requirement for it. So
Right.
I'm assuming like the fountain and stuff is only going to be like one stamp, so that'd be easy.
Yeah.
To get down. And
Right.
that bank though is probably going to be 3 stamps
Or
and,
5, right?
Yeah, or 5. If it's 5, that's going to be rough.
One from each country.
Yeah, that's going to be rough.
Real
well,
hard.
6 countries now, so.
Are there? Oh yeah.
We're at 6 countries now.
Philippines, Malaysia. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, yep. As the time goes, I don't even. Sometimes
it's grown so much.
It has. It really has, and they're looking to keep expanding. I like how they're slowing down though, because they do need these dedicated rollouts. I think they did really good in the UK, and that's kind of why it took off. But maybe the other ones were rushed, but they're definitely settling into it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for us, they've baked in, the those countries into our building system. So we need them, I mean, it's always been a community effort, but now it's a global effort. So
locally and globally.
Exactly. And I mean, it's good for them because they actually have a key income. It's a good way to generate keys for them.
It's a good way to start introducing more keys into their economy over there in that area.
Yeah. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't even really know, but I think they're getting 5 green keys for Buddy Quest. Is that right? I could be wrong.
I think that's the way I read it. Okay. The white tier countries were getting 5 green keys for Buddy Quest.
So even that's not even that bad, is it?
I'd pretty good. Rather get 5 green keys than the
I was going to say.
Like I said, I don't have no yellows near me, so
right.
I use green keys a lot.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of useless knowledge up here, but they got more trivia, so I get some wrong.
Right. Yeah.
and like, there's times where I'll go through 2 or 3 green keys just to get that, because if I try for perfect every time, so
I do too.
Quick.
Yeah.
So
gut feeling,
I
right?
Burn keys, but I just kind of figure that's like a donation back into the system.
I almost budget it right in, man. I'll go up there and I'll be like, oh, if I spend 3 green keys here trying to get a perfect, that's whatever. It does help psychologically that I have over 200 green keys, so I feel like I'm not wasting them. But I know I know my key count's going down, but I do the exact same thing. I just go with the gut feeling. If it's a perfect, then that's what I want. If it's not, I'm glad I got the question wrong. I'd rather the full dollar than the 60 cents.
Yeah, we got like 3 greens in our town, which I for the longest time couldn't find them, and then I got with the people. I was like, you guys said there was some here. I was like, there's not. So they started looking. We found out one was like right in the middle of the airport that you can't get to. And stuff is like right on the runway.
Yeah.
And then
is that
like
moved?
2 of them were on like the train tracks, which Coin Hunt World looks at train tracks just like it does a road in most places.
Right. Yeah.
So
have all of them been like moved?
And
then?
here it's illegal to walk down the tracks, so you can't go get it.
Yeah. So I mean, did they get moved?
Yeah, they moved them to reachable spots. So now I can hit them, and then right after they did that, then apparently I hit them too much, because then it became like 48-hour cooldown.
Yeah, exactly. You did. It's all your fault. Everybody's gonna blame you now.
Guys. It's all my fault.
Blame Raynstorm. Hashtag blame Rain. Yeah, no, the hitting green vaults is where you notice the payout for sure. And
that dollar builds up a lot faster.
It certainly does. And I'm in the same boat as you, where I mean, actually you have 3, but yours is around town. So I have like 2 in my area that I can hit. Right. But even that, you notice a difference, like going from hitting 30 vaults and then 0 greens to 30 vaults and 2 greens. It's a game changer, night and day. It's
almost doubles your money right up.
Exactly. Yeah. So I mean, I've always been a advocate of green vaults since I talked to Beats on one of my first podcasts.
I keep shilling it to all these people and stuff, trying to get them to play the game. I was like, when you join the game and you start getting I said, you get all your user volts down. I was like, you have added $1 into our area.
Yeah.
I was like, and that's in chill mode, double dipping. That's $1.
Yeah.
I was like, if you're good and you hitting them perfects, I said, that's a $2 a person. You know, you can make a decent profit in a day.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally. Oh, it's not even. I mean, especially if your area is built up. If it's not, then it's more casual. But if you're in a city, in a hub, or you've made it where you have 100 user vaults in your little town, then that'd be great.
Could you imagine just spending one day in LA and stuff with like enough keys to not worry about running out and just double dip LA? I don't know if it could be done.
Not with my key stack, and I have 1,000 blue keys, and that couldn't be done.
Yeah, I got about 1,200 blue keys.
Yeah. Right. How's it feel? Because I was one of those players who never got over 1,000 blue keys. Not obviously when we were collecting our very little amount of keys on the actual places. So what's it like now being able to I don't know, afford things and actually compete in events?
Quest and stuff. I didn't have much. I thought the red key was a pipe dream or something. I thought maybe that was something early adopters only knew about.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, Walking Quest hits, and I'm sitting there just collecting keys, doing my daily grind, and coming out.
Mystery boxes help.
Like way in the positive every day.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And by the time I got done, I was like, man, I'm already up over 1,000 keys. The red key ain't a dream.
No, it's a reality, baby.
Yeah.
So, speaking of red keys, this is a Beats transition. Speaking of red keys, we'll transition to QB Air here because we're gonna need a lot of them.
That's what I'm saving my keys for.
So what's the strategy here? Because mine's changing daily. I don't even know what to expect. I don't know what's going on. I'm under the impression that this is to me, in my mind, it's sounding easy. Maybe that's taboo to
me. It sounds, the way people are talking, it sounds too easy.
It sounds really easy.
And from the way they've kind of commented, the devs, from what I've seen,
it's supposed to be hard.
I feel like it's going to be a more stringent timer, so we're going to be a little bit more pressed for time, so we can't Google.
Okay.
And I really feel like the questions are going to be the ones that are answered the least. I thought the exact same thing. So I've been hitting the categories I'm not good at this week. Yeah, I've been hitting them all up. I don't know nothing about fashion, but I got 3 perfects the other day, and I was like, I'm a fashionista.
Yeah. I'm good if they ask a fashion question.
Yeah. I tell you what, I'm doing great on them health and medicine. I'm about ready for surgery.
Raynstorm MD, welcome to the bar. Chill.
Dookie Howser did it.
Right on. I don't know what the strategy is here. I'm a little confused when it comes to the 4 life thing, because here's where my head's at. If I can get through the 4 blue questions, doesn't even need to be perfect, right? I just want to move along. I feel like I can do that without losing a life. I'm not sure what that means, but without getting one wrong.
I would hope not to miss more than 1 in that first 4.
Correct. And then green, if you can Google what my plan was I wouldn't care about the green ones either. Like, I would just take my time, Google them, just make sure I can pass along without losing any lives. Same with the yellow, if I could. This is, again, if they give us the same amount of timer and, I can sit in front of my computer and Google it. And then on the red question with 4 lives, I would spam an answer, a gut feeling, go for the perfect. And if I don't get it, do I get another try at it? Like, I'm not understanding, you know what I mean? Like, do I get if I have 4 lives and I answer the red and I get to the red question without using any lives, and I just quickly spam it, do I now only have 3 lives and I get to try the red again? That would seem really easy.
I think we need an answer to that before they hit the event.
I bet they will.
I mean, if once I get to the red, my lives don't matter, it's one and done, that'd be rough.
Like, why would I then try to save them,
Like, I mean, I might need the 4 lives to get through the yellows. You know, I might
Exactly.
be down to
Yeah.
just 1 life when I get to the red anyway.
Hmm.
But
But if
I
you're
really
not,
feel like, because I like to swag my answers. If I don't know it, I'll start using process of elimination and stuff
yep,
like that, and do one of them
yep,
scientific wild ass guesses.
yep, exactly. Educated guess, but
Yeah, yeah.
really a gut feeling.
It works. It works out at least once every 4 times I get that question.
There you go. And you know what? I answered a yellow question actually last week. Actually, it might have been a couple days ago, but really tough question. Science. I chose science. Usually that's my key. I like the science questions. And it asked, who was this person? Random name, total guess. I was like, I don't know this. Might as well. And I got it right. I
Yeah, I
believe it was
found
like
that the
Yuri.
names. If they tell me where the person's from, I can usually pick the name out of the list. But if they don't
With
give
like
me
using the
where
last name.
it's
Yeah.
from, I can't do it.
No.
And I get
With
that
the
one about the famous chess player wrong every time.
It's Karpov.
I know, but I
Anatoly
always hit that
Karpov.
Kropov or what the other one that's spelt almost like it. I
Very
always click
close.
that one.
Yeah.
I knew it was something of because they all end with ov.
Yeah, all the Russians. Yeah. That player's name is Anatoly Karpov, and he was a world champion for a long time. Really, really, and he's still kicking, really good at chess. And it's funny because I'm a big chess fan, and my girlfriend, we were playing when I first started the game, and I was like, oh my god, look at this question. She's like, wow, 2 of your favorite things, chess and coin hunt world. They really did that.
I was surprised. A lot of people don't know it, but Leonard Nimoy actually challenged Anatoly to a game of that 3-level chess.
Oh yeah,
I don't know
3D
if they ever
chess. Yeah.
played it, but
Yeah,
like he
or
openly
4D.
challenged him one time when they were sitting there talking about chess. It was some kind of convention or whatever, and they got on the
Hmm.
subject of chess, and he challenged him to that 3 tier, and he's like, I don't know how to play that one. He
No.
said it's easy. It's easy.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. No, that's funny. But yeah, so I mean, hopefully I get that question on my blue set in the Air QB.
Yeah,
And
hopefully.
hopefully you get it now too. Hopefully you'll remember.
Every attempt I do will be streamed, or at the very least, it'll be on my
Oh, good.
TikTok. So,
Yeah, I was thinking about doing that too. It's helpful because this will fill out a lot of the question databases too, right? We'll get
that's what I'm thinking. That's what
a
I'm
lot of
thinking.
red
Help some people
questions,
out.
a lot of yellow questions. Also, you don't even necessarily need to Google. That's what I was thinking, because the wiki has done this great thing where they basically put it all into a table. You can basically control F this website and just start typing the question, and you can see the answer pretty quickly. So I'm curious of what they're going to do. I think you are shooting in the right direction with, you might be a little, if you're planning on Googling, I don't know if you'll have enough time. I think they might shorten the time frame there because that's what makes sense to me.
That's why
I
I'm
hope.
gonna have Alexa with me.
Yeah.
I got one of those little Alexa dots and stuff. I'm
Yeah.
gonna read the question out loud as it pops up and
Hmm.
stuff. I'm just gonna say, "Hey Alexa," right before I do it.
I love the strategies. Like, and I'm sure other people are trying to, figure
I
out
know
what's
that
going.
Alexa and Siri and stuff like that, if you ask them straight out, they can Google it faster than you could ever type that in. Them keyboards are not easy enough to use to type in that question because you get one extra letter in there and it's like, did you mean? It's like, yes,
Yeah.
I meant load,
Yeah.
load.
Very true. Very true. And Siri will read it right to you. You have to either, if it's not the first thing that pops up, you got to click a link. And if you got to
Yeah,
click a link, you might as well kiss that question goodbye.
yeah. Sometimes I'll be like, okay, I got the answer, but we're in good range. No, we'll burn
Yeah.
that key. We'll try again.
Interesting. So I've since the dynamic rewards came out, I haven't like Googled questions just because I felt like I wasn't getting greats when I did, and so it wasn't worth it for me. If I got down to the good, it was like,
Right.
again, like you said, it's like I don't want the 20 or 30 cent. I don't even know what it is because I don't go for it.
40 cents.
Is that? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It's
40,
not even that
40%.
bad.
It's 40, 70, and 100.
Oh, 70. Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. So that's changing my mind on the red vault because
Unless they adjusted that with that last change and stuff, I believe it's still 40, 70, 100.
That would be nice, because 70 on a red vault, I was planning. I mean, I have a lot of red keys ready to go. I have 9 red keys. So I'm thinking I want to get at least a perfect red. And then if I can start raking in the 70s, for me,
I'm gonna have 2 reds for it. I'm gonna forge up all my blues, greens, and yellows.
Everything. I'm putting everything into this. Yeah.
And then I'm gonna forge the rest up to greens and focus on greens during the event.
Yeah.
And stuff. And then just use my walking keys for the blues, because it more or less covers my blues around here.
Yeah.
So I'll be good on the blues and stuff. So I was like, and I got this new strategy I've been doing. This way I can double dip and maximize. So what I do is my volts are spaced out enough to where I can hit one, skip one, hit one, skip one.
Oh, and then on the way back,
I can actually do my goal 8 twice in one day.
Oh yeah.
And then skip the next day and get a nice good rest period going.
I see. Wow, that's good strategy you got going on there. Nice. I like that.
It burns the legs, though. It burns the legs. That second trip, you're like, you get that 2-hour mark where you were finished the last time, and like this time you're at like 2:38.
Yeah.
Like, my leg hurts. Oh.
Yeah. I find that, I came back from not walking for a while, and I felt it. I was, I wasn't staying in shape, but I always felt like I had the capability to just get out there and go do the 8 quests. And at the beginning of it, it was like that. I just got up, went out there, did it for almost basically the whole month of May and April, and didn't feel a thing. After taking a big long break, you go out there once, you're like, oh
yeah, you take a few days off and you go out there and do that 8 and stuff. You're like, what was I thinking?
Yeah.
So,
that's right. Yeah.
Say a body that's in motion stays in motion.
Yeah, and
once you slow down, it starts to stiffen up.
That's true. And one of my acquaintances a long time ago, he did like athletic stuff for his schooling. He always told me that if you feel stiff like that, active recovery is a pretty decent way to go about it. So walking on it sometimes help, and that I find that true.
That's where that term "walk it off" came from.
That makes sense. And I've heard that one a few times.
Yeah. They told us in the Army all the time, drink water, walk it off, you'll be fine.
Wow. And that's it. That's like a Band-Aid.
Yeah. Well, their Band-Aids didn't work out on me. I came out broken, but that's all right.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I bet you're not alone either.
Oh, no. Everybody comes out broken. Not everybody goes and gets help for it, though, but everybody comes out at least a little broken. Them regular ruck marches and runs on a regular, they'll tear your legs up.
I bet. That's I know some people who have had some serious injuries because of that alone, and it's pretty sad. But I mean, I'm getting my exercise doing the 8 quests, so
I'm back. I'm back happy with shape and stuff. I'm back to, I could do 12 miles easy in a day.
Yeah.
And if I want to really, really get a good walk in, I'll hit 20 in a day.
Yeah. Wow, that's a lot. I don't do that only because I stop at 8. Actually, I'll even look at my percentage, and I'll stop on 8 for my last walk, and then I'll go 50% and then come 50% back. So I know it's the exact amount. So I do the least amount of walking possible, but it's let me check what it is today, because I just finished it before we jumped on the call, and I'm looking at 7 kilometers, but that means I must have did some last night. But it doesn't feel like a lot when you split it up into the 2 days. Have you ever done that?
When you split it between night, like right after the evening reset, you go out, hit up that first 4 or 5 goals, and then that next day you just hit up that last bit, and
it feels easy.
It doesn't feel like you did much at all.
No, or if anything,
unless it's real hot and you come back and you're just
if it's hot, you kind of go, I did 4 last night, so.
I've come in a couple times after goal 8, and my wife's like, "Is it raining?" I said, "No, I wouldn't get too close."
That's hilarious. Oh, okay. You know what? Why don't we go through some of the Hunters Lodge's changes? I know we talked a little bit about the Air QB, but I'm sure we can touch more on that. But I know there's a lot of the things that are kind of don't super affect us, but it's good to have the information out there. Like the El Salvador event is happening in
Right.
August, and I don't even know what the UK. What's the UK one? Guy Fawkes Day.
Yeah, something like
Guy,
that. Yeah, Guy
yeah.
Fawkes.
It doesn't really concern us, but that's happening too.
Hey, that's more stuff for us to try to get in the auction house.
Yeah, I know. That's just means we have to pay more money.
Yeah.
Do you have one of those cubies?
No, I got close, and then somebody sniped me right after I went to sleep. I think they were in my friends list. They knew I was going for it. They seen me get offline, and they were like, "I got him." And
Do you have a suspicion on who it was?
I don't even remember. It told
Okay.
me, and I was like, "That mother," and I unfriended him.
That's funny. That's hilarious. Yeah, no, that one's expensive. That one's real expensive. That's over a red. I find it's really hard to pull the trigger on a QB that's over a red key. That's $100 to me. To me, that's $100. That's a really expensive QB
I've gotten real close on the Canadian QB a couple times, but I haven't quite snatched one yet.
I feel like they've really come down in price since the
they've come
Canada
down.
Day.
It's just like when I catch them, I always catch them at like that 2-day mark.
Yeah.
And all right, I'll throw a bit on here. I'll check back later, see if the clock changed yet.
Mm-hmm.
And I get back on not even an hour later, and it's still 2. So I'm like, okay, I got a while. And then I'll forget about it, and I'll check back the next day. It's like 1 o'clock. I'm like, no!
Or gone. Yeah.
So the rest of my day is shot because I'm sitting there watching the auction house. But I've gotten in the habit now, if I'm bidding on something, that last day, as soon as I get on, I'm like, it's staying on the phone all day long. I can go hunt after this auction.
That's how you know you really want it. If you're doing that, because there's been a few items where I'm like, okay, I'm going to write down the time. I'm going to look for the clock change. But most of the items I honestly, I'll be like, oh, that's a great deal. I'll bid on it and then totally forget about it.
Like I like to power bid when people start bidding more with me and stuff. If I got a couple extra yellow keys and I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm willing to go
paying
high. I'm just going to bid it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's and you feel good too, even if you lose, because you made the other guy pay.
Yeah. I feel great every time I do a power bid and somebody else buys me out, and I'm like, at least I know that they were willing to go that.
Yeah. They really wanted it.
This could have been a really long 2 days of 5 back and forth.
Exactly. Yeah. So, and we talked a little bit about the happy hour with the 10 categories, and that's happening right now. Is it? Is that live?
I think they're already tried to roll that out.
Okay.
Either that or I got really good RNG the past 2 days.
I haven't hit a happy hour.
I missed it yesterday.
I haven't hit a happy hour in probably months. So
I found that today I went out and I had like 5 minutes, and I was like, I got 3 volts right here that I can hit. So that's what I did. I ran out there and hit them 3 volts, and I just have to get the happy hour cap on all 3.
What was it today?
General knowledge, I think it was.
Oh, nice. That's a good one. By the way, we are recording this on Friday. Usually, that's when I do it. So this is Friday night, and then right after, you're gonna start your stream, right?
Yeah.
So you do the stream at 10 p.m. on Fridays. Yeah, which is a good. I like that because it's right after my podcast. I usually do it on Fridays or Saturdays. But they also are doing a voice channel, like a Friday hangout in the Discord, which is really cool.
And then more recently, we added into the bar and chill. If anybody's interested, we do like a voice channel in there too, where I open the Discord.
That's
and people get right on there and just jump right in and talk. And then I got the video call-in option using
nice.
Skype like this, or that Video Ninja works pretty good too.
I did not know you had the video calling. I got to jump back in one of these days, but
we haven't had too many people use it yet. My niece Kristen did a call-in last stream, and we've had Medbritz a couple times on voice chat.
Oh yeah, he's active. That's really nice.
Oh yeah, he's my most.
He's awesome.
Fly.
He's awesome. Have you listened to the podcast I did with him?
Yeah. I catch all your podcasts. Like I said, the last one from last week is like the one I have yet to catch up on because I was just finishing up the one just before that.
Right.
But
Yeah.
there's so much content, it's hard to keep track of what was in
It's
each
crazy.
thing. So I'm like listening to it. I'm actively listening. Like I usually take notes when I'm listening to yours or Crash Man when I'm watching his.
Oh yeah.
I always
Yeah.
take notes because like I always miss something in Discord. You guys always seem to catch it, and it's like
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it's funny that you mentioned that because I mean, content has exploded lately.
Oh yeah, when I first started, it was you and Blockboy.
That's it. I mean,
Yeah,
when
that's
I
all
first
had.
started, it wasn't even that. It was Block Boy. I remember
Yeah,
watching Block Boy's streams, and I thought it was fantastic. So I loved when he did the GoPro.
yeah,
You could see him going. You could see his coin hunt map,
yeah,
and then he was on top of it talking.
yeah.
So I thought the first probably 3 or 4 streams, I thought he was doing it live in his car. I'm like,
Right.
dude, this is crazy. I'm like, this is nuts. This guy has it totally. He's the number one player too. It
Oh
kind of
yeah.
like got me into it. You know what I mean? You find out that he was doing it over top of it, but I still really enjoyed watching the gameplay, which I
Yeah.
thought was strange because I never thought I would like watching other people play Coin Hunt World, even though I
Right.
like watching people play video games. Coin Hunt World felt like one you wouldn't, but surprisingly, people who play Coin Hunt World, I think they can all attest to this, is that it's actually quite entertaining watching people hit the vaults, seeing
Well,
kind of
yeah,
their
'cause
mindset.
you find yourself trying to guess the questions when they're popping
That's
up.
right. Or you learn
And,
things too. You learn things for
yeah,
yourself. It's always clutch. I always like watching. I told this when I did a podcast with Crashman. I was like, I love watching your streams because whenever you get questions wrong, they're like seared into my mind. I never get those
yeah,
ones wrong. So he basically takes them for the team. You know, he loses his
right.
green keys so I can keep mine.
Yeah, every question only takes 3 wrong answers.
Yeah, exactly. And you're doing trivia kind of differently, right? At your like during your streams. I know you do trivia during
Yeah, we
nights,
we
right?
use it's quiz time trivia.
Mm-hmm. I was
And
around for one of them.
it's got a couple different modes on it and stuff. We got um the some of them are just real simple
Yep.
like ours with the multiple choice, and then like the final round is guesstimation where it's like the audience and stuff, whoever's closest in the audience versus me, it gives that side the points. So it's like the
Oh,
audience
nice.
the whole time,
Yeah.
but it keeps track of like the audience scores too, so we know who the top scorers were and everything.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Very entertaining. I love it, and it obviously appeals to Coin Hunt World players. We love trivia. It's weird.
And as coin hunters having had beats on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, we recently added that game into the bar and chill, and that's going to be a subscription only contestant thing.
Nice. Yeah, that'll be fun.
So any subscriber has a chance to go up it and earn extra entries in the giveaways throughout this next month.
Nice. And you'll have. I mean, you did say that you're doing the. Is it August 8th when you're doing your
Uh,
year
August
anniversary? 5th.
Ne-
Okay.
next Friday. Yep.
Right. Okay. So I'm getting August 8th mixed up because I actually start a new job on August 8th. So August 5th.
Well, good thing you
Perfect.
didn't get them too mixed up. You'd have showed up 3 days early.
I'll be like, I'm here for my new job.
They're like, you're early. Well,
Yeah.
I'm here. Put me to work.
That's awesome. No, but yeah. So August 5th is your year anniversary. You're gonna do a bunch of things. There's giveaways, right?
Yeah.
Do you know what you're giving away, or is it a
Started
secret?
off at 8 o'clock, and we're doing a subathon. So for every sub,
Oh, right.
we can add time onto it, so it could be up
That's
to 8 hour.
I remember.
Stream.
So I have a Amazon Prime available, and now I was gonna use it after this podcast on your stream. Should I wait until?
I would wait till the stream
Okay.
for the subathon.
Okay. All right.
Because every sub will tack on it's like 10 or 12
Time.
minutes. I gotta look
Right.
at my timer thing.
Right.
And then I also have it set up for anybody that doesn't really want to sub, but they want to tack on time.
Like donations and
100
bits.
will tack on, I think 5 minutes,
Nice.
and then, or maybe it might have been 500 bits. I don't remember what it was. I think it was the same. It was 500 bits for 10 minutes, and I did another one. I got it all wrote down.
And there's an infographic, and you know what? I could even probably put it up on our video right now. Like it'd be on top of our faces while we're trying to figure out the time. So we'll look funny.
Yeah, it'll be
so it's there in front of you, people.
It'll all be on the stream tonight and stuff.
Yeah.
I'll have the notes and everything right in front of me.
Awesome.
But it's definitely going to be an interesting stream. Medrich has been helping me push it out around like Twitter and stuff like that.
He's good at that.
And
yeah.
Now the bar and chills on all the major socials. Now we're on Twitter.
Facebook, I saw that. Yeah.
TikTok. Of course, we got the bar and chill Discord.
Right.
Stream. And we keep adding new stuff. I'm gonna have to hire me somebody.
And I'll put all of the links to everything you have in the description.
I can send you an update.
Perfect. Yeah. I would definitely need them from you. But if you're listening and you want to figure out where to follow Raynstorm or watch or whatever, it'll all be in the description below. So you can just scroll down or wherever. I don't know, on Twitter, you'll find it. So here's another one of the things that, I asked you before what kind of your favorite topics were out of the Hunters Lodge, and you came up with, obviously Air QB, which is, very exciting. And then the Adventure Pass.
That
right?
Adventure Pass just sounds so sick.
I love it. I love the idea of it. I love
the quests already that we got with the walking quest, but it's just, a physical, walk quest and stuff.
Yeah, that's it.
And
it gets old fast.
I envision that it's going to be like, get 5 perfects in a row.
Right. Yeah.
Or hit 10 system volts and stuff.
Right.
I'm sure system volts is definitely going to be one of them ones in there, because since the last
people
nerf,
can do that.
Yeah. That 2-cent hit, man, they
like basically
them. I still hit them. I do.
I don't. I've stopped.
If they're in my path and stuff, and I happen to be going by, and I know I'm getting close to my, little cutoff window for my walking quest, I'll hit it just to keep it going. But
I see.
I don't go out of my way to hit them now.
I've stopped. So actually, a great example is my girlfriend lives in the town over, and it's in a town. I mean, the people who are local to me will know the town. It's Dundas, but it's a very small town. It's got 1 green vault. It's also got 3 user vaults, which are good, but it's got a ton of system vaults, obviously, because system vaults were there, and then the key switch happened. So there's a lot of system vaults, and I was doing my walking quests, hit 0 vaults. It's actually funny because if I look even right now, I probably have 0 crypto in my account, even though I've been playing for the past 2 days.
Yeah.
Right. So I have not been hitting any system vaults.
Yeah.
That's
I don't hit them
me.
much, but I probably hit maybe 2 or 3 a day just to keep my flow going, because it saved me having to walk out of my way to hit that user vault over here. And it's kind of a weird setup, because if I do my walk at night and then I go out and do my walking quest and go around and stuff, I can hit most of the system vaults, because everything's all like right along the main 4 roads that make it square, and it's like walking around the block really. But it's cool because like I can use some of the system vaults to avoid some of the walking off my path, and still manage to get my 8, because it's just over goal 8 doing the complete walk around.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, that's perfect. So it's perfect for you then. I will tell you this though. When the new reward system comes out, I will hit system vaults when you can choose which one you want.
Oh yeah.
That's prime time.
I'll be going for resources more often than not. I mean, I got to take some of the crypto, because that's what really pays for the bar and chill. Pretty much, actually, save for the tips I've gotten in the last year, I'd say 90% of my Coin Hunt World tips have gone into the bar.
Wow. Yeah.
So Coin Hunt World paid for all of this, guys.
Nice. And if you haven't seen the stream, it's actually pretty magnificent. Actually, you shared a photo on Twitter might have been a week or 2 ago, but I had to comment on it. It was pretty. You've got yourself. You've made yourself quite the hangout there. Looks like something that needs to be visited in real life.
Yeah. I'm still working on the rest of the bar outside of the
Yeah.
bar area.
Yep.
I got about maybe 7 foot past my bar that's set up for the bar,
Oh
and then
yeah.
like it's mostly garage the rest of the way.
Right.
But once I get the rest of this stuff that we've accumulated out of here, I'm gonna start moving all this stuff over there.
Nice.
And then we're gonna finish out the floor. I'm gonna put in a couple of tables and a bench. I got
Oh,
the
that's exciting.
dartboard up on the wall.
Nice.
And any coin hunter that finds themselves in the area is more than welcome to stop by the bar and chill and have a drink.
That would be sweet. That'd be awesome. But
And I can't sell alcohol, so the drink's free. So.
yeah, of course. Yeah, I'll be definitely picking the resource box on the system vaults. I think that's a no-brainer. Definitely, it's worth the blue key to get a resource box. It's not worth the blue key for me to get the 2 cents. So right now, and the problem with system vaults right now is that the resource box is it's not rare, but it's pretty uncommon. You know what I mean? It's not ideal to put a blue key in. But when that new system reward change happens, that's really exciting for me.
And it'll be neat. I'm hoping if they do that change that maybe green volts will have a higher amount, like tier it with the rest of the volts so that we hit up a green volt. Maybe we don't need $1 in crypto that day. Maybe we need a bunch of extra,
Right.
So,
oh, right. Yeah. So if you specifically,
I
see. Yeah. If you specifically, I could see them maybe working something like that in. They're so good at, getting the data and then changing it to how it could be better. So.
And we never know what we say in the Discord or Facebooks or Reddits or even our shows and stuff. We don't know what parts they're listening to, and they catch everything we say.
I know. I always feel like they're just scoping the Discord for ideas on what to do next. I've always had that thought.
Well, the suggestion section. I mean, it's awesome. I mean, some of the suggestions that come through there are pretty obscure.
Really good. That's true, but some of them are really good.
Really good ones too. Yeah. I've seen some amazing ones come across there, and it's like, do that.
Here's my beef with the suggestions channel. Has any of this ever been talked about from the devs? Has any of this been acted upon? Because, like you said, obviously there's some obscure ones, but also there's some really, really good quality of life that would take not a lot of time. And I feel like nothing has ever came of a suggestions box before.
I think really what the suggestion section is designed for is so everybody can see the suggestion and open up topic.
A discussion on it.
Discussion rooms, like the main Discord, like the Hunters lot or Hunters Hangout would probably be the best spot for it.
Yes.
But, everybody starts, talking about a specific suggestion and really getting into detail, and I think that's when they see it, because I think really that's how the key change came about. It originally started as a suggestion
like a walk.
And then all of a sudden, we were all talking, that would be kind of cool if they had it to where you could earn keys for walk-in and this, that, and the other. And it didn't. Everything we ask for, though, is like a genie wish, If we don't put it perfectly, it's not going to be what we were hoping for, but it's still going to be cool. I like most of the stuff they bring at us.
That's right. Yeah, me too. I love most of it. I've disagreed with a few things, but typically, if everyone's disagreeing with it, they change it. So I really like that aspect of it. But so let's bounce back quickly to the adventure pass, because that was a little off topic there, but
we kind of scrolled right down the lane there, didn't we?
That's all right. But so the adventure pass, I really love how they're doing the free and premium part. I think that I spoke about this with Luke on the last podcast, but you haven't listened to it, so I'll bring up the same point to you. They typically, if you've played a game with a battle pass before, it's very common for, if you pay for 1 month, you can, in that battle pass, if you work all the way up to the end, you can get enough of those keys or return back in order to pay for the next month, and you can chain it together. And typically, if you do the free part, you don't get enough of for, the next month, but you can usually get it after 1 or maybe 2 or 3 months. So
Yeah,
you
I
have an
went through and I was looking, and I was checking out like Apex and some of the bigger games, the
yeah,
stream games and
right.
stuff, and I found that the free pass is generally about 25% of the
Of what?
cost of
Right.
the pass, so about 4 months of
4 months,
adventure
right.
pass,
Mhm.
and then you got um the one that you could buy right out or whatever, or and then once you buy it and you go through it, it usually covers
The
um,
cost,
the
if
cost,
not
and then you
more.
get all kinds of extra stuff that the
Yeah.
other people can't get.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping that if they do it that way, that they also do if you start off on the free pass and you work your way through, that you can if you manage to make it all the way through the adventure pass, it'll retrograde if you buy in the adventure pass at that point, like a lot of them do.
Agreed. Yeah, and again, yeah, that a lot of them do that. So and people will do that as their strategy. They don't need all of those rewards right now, but if at the end of the month you've gotten all the way through and you typically don't, you can then purchase it and get all of those rewards you would have got.
Now, I did like the angle a couple people went with. So like if you buy it before you start the adventure pass, okay, there's
Mhm.
one item that you can get that the ones that made it through the adventure pass and buy it at the end
Oh,
can't get. So it's
okay.
kind of like an extra incentive
Yep.
to buy it now
Hmm.
and stuff. And a lot of people were giving a lot of stink about it, and it was like, well, why not? I was like,
Right.
why shouldn't that person that said, hey, I got $20 right now, why not?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Very well
the
could.
fact
I
we
mean,
can use our in-game crypto is just amazing. I
that's
thought that
awesome
was the
too.
best part of that whole concept.
It really is. And so I personally won't do that because I want it for
Yeah,
myself.
you got to huddle.
But exactly. But I do like how they're using Google Pay, which I
Yeah,
think means that even if I use an iPhone, so even though if I'm on iPhone, I can still connect my debit card to my Google account and
yeah.
use Google Pay that way anyways. So, you know,
And when
I
you
don't
use
even
Google Pay, you earn points toward Google Store. So
there you go. I don't. Maybe I have a few of those. I've never actually looked at that, but yeah.
yeah, they
So
do have some things on like the Google Chrome browser and stuff that are paid for that then Google points come in real handy for.
oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. So you can use fiat, you can use crypto to
Oh yeah.
purchase the pass, which is all really good. Hopefully, you're able to chain together months. So you don't have to pay $20 every
Yeah.
month. That would kind of
Right.
suck. Even though the game is paying you usually more than $20 a month. If you're
Now, if the adventure
there.
pass gets over 25% of what I can make in a month off the game, I don't think I'll do the adventure pass too much. But
Right.
so long as I can cover it with my in-game, like even if I don't
Crypto
use my
earnings.
in-game crypto, if I
Yeah.
just pull $20 off my card and do it,
Yeah.
um, which is fine too, because I
Yeah.
too like to hodl when the
Yeah.
market is low. I like to hodl.
Yeah. Yeah. We're
Um,
not in the interest of selling right now.
worked out well with a couple of shit coins, and I kind of stuck with that method.
There you go. Yeah. I mean, it only has to happen once and
Yeah,
you'll never change.
yeah. Um,
That's
I
good.
changed it a little bit because I don't use some of the exchanges no more.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good.
If they get hacked, I pull my money out and I ain't going back.
I know it's always sketchy because you hear about exchanges getting hacked and you're like, I got my stuff off of an exchange a while ago. I still have so when I obviously buy it on an exchange and
Right?
I typically won't. I mean, gas fees are always a bitch when it comes to blockchains,
Yeah.
and so I always try to wait till I have a significant amount to swap it out of the exchange. But I don't know, I don't want to have a significant amount on the exchange, so like I'm stuck in between that whole. Do I get it off now? Is it too much now? It's a whole headache. I really wish
Yeah.
there was just a better way
That's
to
why I
do
like
this.
Uphold because I do everything right there on Uphold, and what I like about Uphold is with their debit card that they
Oh, I
have,
forgot about that.
get on that waiting list and you get that debit card.
Mhm.
It's nice because you can go to like other exchanges and just buy your stuff right with your Uphold card and skip that whole gas fee.
That's
Grab
true.
Uphold
Oh
over the counter.
wow. I was not thinking about that. So does Uphold, so I know it has a debit card. I
Yeah.
remember that coming out. Does it have a cash back feature?
Yes.
Okay. Huh.
I believe it does. Let me pull up the Uphold app here real
Sure.
quick.
Yeah.
Actually, I think
Because, and I'll talk a
got
little
the
bit
Uphold
about
Wallet app, and that's where it talks about the cashback stuff.
interesting because I have not applied for that debit card. Um, but if it's got a cash back, I might as well, you know?
It might not be a cashback, but I think it's like super low fees. So
Oh,
like
okay.
certain depending on what crypto you're setting for your spendable crypto. So like
Right.
if you got like a
Oh, is
particular
that how it
crypto you
works?
like that there's a nice steady upward growth, even if it's
Mm-hmm.
only like 0.1, 0.2%, something like that. As long as it's got that steady up growth, you just convert everything over to that and use that as your
Right.
spendable.
That's
And
true. Yeah.
and it's cool because no matter where you spend it, it spends as cash, and it only
I
charges
see.
that basic 2.4% fee of transferring it over to U.S. dollars. So I mean, you're not even paying extra fees or nothing. It's already a fiat change fee. That's
Hmm.
it.
Hmm. I'll have to look into it because I recently, well, I mean, I have the crypto.com card, but that one got slashed in the last week. So I'm not really looking for something in particular, but if it's got a nice little deal, that's worth it. But one of the things I wanted to tell you is that what I've found kind of on my research throughout the Adventure Pass is that with the premium version, like if you pay the $20, there's obviously the blueprint at the end, a rare blueprint, and so if you want to categorize a rare blueprint into the keys, if you put it into the shop, it's technically 2 yellow keys. So right there, it's technically $20, but that's just the last item. So all of the items throughout the pass, I know there's actually a what is it, an HQ skin as well, a rare HQ skin. So we know that's another yellow key worth. I mean, it's got to be. I mean, right there, I'm already doing the math in my head, and I'm thinking it's probably well worth it. I'm definitely gonna be buying it for the first month just to see like what's going on. I need to have the research, you know. It's research purposes for why I'm buying it.
Right.
Yeah. So that's that. So what's with the t-shirt?
Oh, this one I got on.
The one you got on. So
Uh,
the people listening, or sorry, yeah, the people only listening,
yeah.
you won't be able to see his t-shirt. But why don't you just jump on the video version and look at it because it's quite a fantastic t-shirt. Why don't you describe it?
All right, here, let me stand up and give you a little
Yeah.
better view of this shirt here. All right, so basically what we're going to do with this shirt is
Oh, wow.
starting next week, every Friday night, you can either do a bit donation or sub or whatever, and when you
Mm.
do, you'll be able to pick a color out of the fabric markers we're picking up next week and pick a spot, and we're going to color it in, and then at the 2 year
Ah.
anniversary, we're going to auction this off.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna
Cool.
get a big old rider head print to put on the back and everything. It'll be pretty sick looking.
So, for the listeners, it's a black and white t-shirt with a lot of design or
Just
objects on
random
it.
words, designs.
Yeah, random words and bubble letters, designs and stuff. So, did you buy this, or I mean, it kind of looks like it looks like black Sharpie marker already, like someone made it almost or drew it out.
We got it at Walmart one
Oh, okay.
time.
Yeah.
We went in there and well, I live in Michigan, so I had a nice buzz going, and we got in there and I was walking by and I was like, oh my damn, I like that shirt. And my wife was like, well, you should get it. And I was like, okay. And I looked at the price tag and I was like, I don't usually spend that on a non-Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah.
She's like, just get it. So I got it. And I was sitting here and I was wearing it today. And I just happened to look down and I had said something about it'd be kind of cool to come up with something for the stream to like color the shirt in
Color it in. Yeah.
and then do it for like something for the next year's anniversary or something. And it popped in my head and like I sat there for like 2 minutes and I just went into detail of what my idea was. And she's like, you were like zoning out for 2 minutes there, you realize that? It's like I was thinking, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But I thought it was a pretty cool idea
Yeah,
and stuff,
totally.
and I think it'll look really awesome with everybody picking a color and picking a
Yeah,
spot. So like
totally.
everybody that donates to the stream will really have a feel of they made
They
fun.
did it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it looks badass without the color, but I bet you with the color, it's gonna look really, really fantastic.
Yeah. We're gonna make it to where anybody that donates 10,000 bits, we can put their username in the
Oh yeah.
chat.
Nice. Right on. That's good. That's awesome. All right. And what else do we have going on? So that's Adventure Pass. I mean, that's coming out August, or they say it's coming out August. I'm betting September. I would put money on the months after that as well, but that's just me. So we never know when that's coming, but it's coming. At least we know it's coming.
Yeah, I've come to find that when they do the Hunter's Lodge, the dates are firmly set in Jello.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
like that's when they
Slippery.
want it to happen.
Of course. Yeah.
And I love the optimism, but having dealt with enough devs and everything like that over the years and stuff,
Mhm.
it's like I know sometimes it's hard to roll things out
It
because
is.
like every time you make something new, there's always a slight conflict with something else. And a
A lot of
lot
gears
of
moving
tracking
for
it
sure.
back down
Yeah.
to every bit again.
A lot of gears moving. But yeah, so the dates aren't exactly firm. Um, but I would say that, you know, I will give them the benefit of the doubt. They did say at the beginning the new trivia was coming. That came.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Happy hour changes coming. That came. The HQ upgrade that came as well. So that was all the stuff before August, and that all happened. So
And a
you
slight
know,
hiccup with the shark blueprint in the store.
that's right. I don't think that was mentioned on the Hunter's Lodge though. So
No, no. We knew
maybe
it was
that's why.
coming back. We just didn't know how they were gonna do it. And then when they finally told us, okay, we're gonna bring out this blueprint, and then we're gonna put it in the shop, and then we're gonna put the blueprint for the HQ back in there. And it's like when they went to do the change, it hiccuped, and it just
Right.
didn't quite
Right.
roll out the way they wanted. But I like how they kept us in the loop, though. They're like, okay,
Yes.
we're having a
Totally.
struggle. But
I like
hold
that
tight, it's
transparency.
coming.
I like that transparency. That's how you know you can trust them. So I saw a little speculation in the Discord about how maybe the pirate blueprint is coming back and they'll do like a shark versus pirate kind of deal. Would you be at all interested in saving up 2 red keys for a pirate QB blueprint this time? Because you know they're gonna go
Now that
fast.
I know it's possible to save up keys,
Yep.
I've done learned a new trick now.
Yeah.
Stay out of the auction house.
Well, that's hard enough. That's real hard.
It is. The auction house is addictive, man. Every time I go in there, I spend money.
Yeah.
Sometimes I go in there just to see what the price is, so I can go and shill something, and I'll see something I like, and I'm like, oh wait. And I throw it
Here's
down.
how addictive it is. Every time I open Coin Hunt World, I just click on the HQ, right to the auction house. That's the first thing I do. Just see what's on the front page. Bing, bing.
Every
Oh,
now and then, I'll fat finger the auction house when I'm going for my mystery box,
Oh,
and then
oh,
I get in there and I start scrolling through.
that's good. That's
I
funny.
think that's how I ended up with my third construction QB.
Yeah, because you find a deal. You're at the bottom of the pages and you find a deal every time.
Yeah, because people they see something they think's the deal higher up, and they don't scroll all the way down, and they don't
And then
use
they're
filters. I was talking to somebody the other day. I said, I don't know how people always find these good deals, and they didn't realize all them extra buttons were filters.
yeah, I know. That's a noob's mistake. I will gladly capitalize on that mistake. I'm sorry. Your loss is my gain when it comes
Oh
to
yeah,
keys.
do your own research.
Yeah, exactly. So I think a pirate captain QB blueprint is definitely interest. It's piqued my interest as well. So
I want one just because Illusion Weaver's been rocking that QB since day one.
he's gonna bring utility.
Yeah,
He's gonna be.
I want it. That in my opinion, that's the true next legendary. I mean, the pirate is. There's so few people that have them. They're in my opinion, it's one of the coolest looking of the. I mean, there's so
Agreed.
much detail in it.
The animation as well is really cool for the pirate with the gold chest. That was really good. Yeah, and also, I mean, if you compare it to the Shark blueprint, obviously they're both shop drops, they're both epics, and the Shark blueprint has came back twice now, and the first 2 times it only sold 80 of them, and then the last time it sold out. So
just smashed.
Like quick, I'm betting that because of that, the pirate blueprint will sell out, if not faster.
The FOMO on that is going to be ridiculous.
And I'm going to try to have myself 2 red keys. I hope I have 2 red keys at the time, because I plan on spending them all on AirQB. So we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see what happens.
I've seen Zach say if he got 2.2 reds for that
purples,
that
architect,
he's going to throw his other architect in and stuff, so he'll be without the architect. And I jumped on there and I was like, hold up, don't do it, guys. It's a trick. He's trying to.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, he wants. Yeah, it's his strategy.
But I can't blame him. I mean, that new legendary.
I mean, I don't even know if he's going after the legend. I mean, that was a good one, but it's 2.2 purple key. If I sold a QB for $2,200, yeah, I'd sell the other one I have too.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's $2,000 for him in his pocket.
I wait for a purple Volt to one day pop in my area, but I hope it's when I got a purple key, because I want to hit it.
Yeah, I know.
I want to be one of those ones. Like, I ain't got that travel ability to go.
I know. You'd be an elite company. Yeah.
I'm hoping the Coin Hunt Fest really goes down in it said early 2023. So
yep, Q1 they said. So you're gonna make the trip out to Vegas? Is that far for you? I think like it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a far trip, but
yeah.
Being a disabled veteran, I don't have a day job, so I'm gonna catch me a bus, ride out, try to get there like the day of, and then probably grab me a hotel room and have my ride back the next day. Yeah,
and that way also doing it by roads. It's Coin Hunt World all the way there, baby.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be on a bus. I'm gonna be Coin Hunt the whole time.
That's all.
I plan on double dipping Vegas while I'm there. So
yes, yeah. I think when we're all there, we'll definitely all go for a hunt. We have to, right? We'll all go to the yellow.
Big collaborative live stream.
I'm sure there'll be maybe they could drop a couple vaults for us. Hopefully a purple.
I feel like something like that at the very least we're gonna get a red bolt drop.
Yes. Oh, for sure.
At the very least.
Yeah. I mean, they did. Cuckoo Puffs did that for meetups.
I'm kind of hoping that, with Coin Hunt Fest coming around and stuff, all the merch, all the people doing merch, if they're going to show up, I hope they bring like a box of their merch and stuff.
Yeah, so you can buy there. Yeah. Oh, yeah, or give it away. Yeah, that's.
I'd buy one.
I would too.
The website.
Yeah, I would absolutely too. I think that'd be a great idea if everybody.
I plan on bringing some.
Yeah.
Vegas event. Bar and chill Vegas event.
Got to.
Because if I'm going, the bar and chill streaming.
Of course, that's awesome. Yeah, I think everybody's really excited for it. I would just like a firm date. As soon as we get a firm date.
I mean, if we can, at least we need at least like a good 4-month window for a confirmed date to get that good deal on a flight or a bus ticket or whatever.
Yeah.
Anything inside of 60 days and stuff, you take a chance.
It's a little much.
Double the price.
Yeah. You're right. So I'm hoping they come out with that soon, because then it's locked in. They can't change it. And if they do, everybody, I'll be up in arms.
They start doing too many of these events and stuff all over the world, they're going to have to actually buy an airline and start up QB Air just so we can
QB
get
Air for real.
Discount, we get a discount for being a hunter.
Yeah.
And they fly over all the good volts.
Yeah. Just to keep it in the spirit, they should buy a blimp.
Oh yeah, for sure. I don't know though, man. Hindenburg didn't work out too well.
The titanium the titanium toaster blimp. Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't go up in flames. What else is there?
I'll ride it all the way to the crash zone.
Yeah. Take it down. So, I mean, we have structures, we have all of that. Maybe we'll look at the 2023 at a glance, right? Yeah. Like what's coming up. winding down on the podcast. I know you got the stream coming up soon, so
Yeah, I got about a half hour yet.
we'll wrap this up. But at first, I want to talk about I don't know, what are you most excited for in 2023 about Coin Hunt World?
Oh,
What's coming?
Let me pull that slide back up.
Yeah,
Quick.
sure. I could read it off for you if you want.
Oh, I got it.
Okay.
I went through and stole all their slides for my stream.
Yeah. Nice. I did the same. Yeah, that's so obviously the first one is the big secret, which Luke on the last podcast, he said maybe, a partnership or a deal, which, makes sense. That could be it. It's hard
I really feel like a partnership is probably the big news.
Mm-hmm.
I could be wrong, but I just seems like what they're really been working toward, and that would be like biggest news.
Yeah, no, I agree. But I mean, so do you have the slide up?
I gotta be getting close.
Well,
Did I accidentally delete that slide?
Uh-oh.
I seem to have all the other ones but that one.
Let me see if I can do this. So if you have the Skype chat open for the call, I can throw the picture in.
All right.
How's that?
Bam, there it is. All right, now I can see it.
It's pretty bad quality. Obviously, I ripped it right from their
now
slide.
I will say the intro tutorial is probably going to be huge.
Massive for new players, right?
Because that first coming in and not knowing, like, you remember what it was like when we first started.
Yeah.
We didn't even have the how-to videos by Impaler or none of those.
And now now you can upgrade your HQ. I didn't even know how to place an HQ, let alone start upgrading it and like printing QBs. Yeah, I couldn't even place it at the beginning.
Oh, my niece made me feel like I failed her and stuff the other day because she writes me and she's like, all right. She's like, how do I destroy my HQ and put it up down here? And I failed you. I'm sorry. So I gave her a complete step-by-step instruction while she did it.
Yeah. Because you need a green key for that to destroy your HQ, by the way. Hope you got that.
Yeah. I don't think she did her referral right.
Too bad.
It is what
That's
it is.
Right.
I just want
That's
more
all right.
players.
Yeah, exactly. So the achievements will be really cool. I think that's a good one. Obviously the tribes, anything tribe related.
Yeah, anything related to tribes, anything that's gonna bring us together in groups and stuff.
Yeah.
I think will really promote like the group hunting and all that. And I know the group hunting, like just from what I've done lately, the group hunting has been fantastic.
Yeah.
Even with just my wife and daughter, we go out and do the hunt, and it gives us time to get away from all the other electronics and the game works as like
it's a social. I feel like it's a social thing.
Talking about things because sometimes so we're like, I didn't know that, and they're like, oh well, somebody knows something about something.
I learned it when I did this crazy story. It's like a Slumdog Millionaire moment. You're like,
oh yeah,
you did that. That's the reason you know that answer. Right. So anything on this list like really pique your interest? That
the leveling up QBs. I've been waiting for that since I started. I really feel like that's gonna really change the values of the QBs. Like
for sure. Oh yeah.
Even the base color QBs will potentially have a decent sell value, other than the purple QB, because we all know how purple QB is the hardest to get.
That one's skyrocketing on the auction house.
It's the most legendary of the commons.
Exactly. Well, I don't know. Maybe not. I have 6 of the teal colored blue QBs. Those ones are tough. Those ones are tough to get. I'll tell you that.
Anything that costs green paint, man. Ever since the Tikis and the cats.
Oh,
man,
so
green paint is like gold.
I mean the blue QBs. Sorry.
Yeah. The one I haven't bought any
with.
Of those. I was gonna jump on that bandwagon and start buying some QB souls myself, but I couldn't compete.
It's just a waste to keep. Actually, you know what I'm thinking about it now? I have 6 of them. So I was really hoping that, I mean, you don't need I don't think you'll need like an epic QB or a specific QB to man a user vault.
Right.
So I was thinking they'd be perfect for user vaults, because you don't
maybe that'll be the one that is the bonus.
The best for user vaults.
User vault, that would be the perfect one. Your base blue soul.
Right, because that's what you start with. You get one user vault. Everybody gets one user vault, and I bet you. Oh wow, the price of those would probably go real high.
Oh yeah, I still wouldn't sell mine.
No.
I keep telling everybody because they're like, when are you gonna sell me your QB? I was like, man, I'm not. I was like,
Yeah.
that's like my coin hunt world soul right there. It's
That's
like
right.
after I sell that, it's all gonna go downhill for me.
That's right. Can't sell your soul. All right, I think we should wrap this up. You got 20 minutes, and I'll probably be in your stream too tonight. But it was a pleasure. It was a long time coming.
Yeah.
Well, I think we should have done this a lot earlier, but at least we got to it.
I got the message and stuff, and my daughter's like, "Why are you doing a happy dance? Would you get did you get like some kind of special question to answer on Coin Hunt, bro?" I was like, "No." She's like, "Well, what?" And I told her, I was like, "IT guy finally got a hold of me." She's like,
"Yeah,
it's about time." Because she hears me talk about it every time I listen to one. I hear all the different people getting on there, and then I see some of the repeats, and I'm like, man, one of these days I'm gonna do something.
Yeah. Well, people are usually very vocal about listening to the person and then giving great feedback. So I'm sure you'll see a lot of people talking about it. For at least for the week, they seem to like it. So I want to thank you for coming on. I want to thank you for what you do for the community, because you put in a lot of effort, man. And I know that it's not tough to keep something running for a full year consistently. It's not easy, especially when we don't see like the fruits of our labor, which is unfortunate, but it's what we like to do. At least I think it is. So it's not a big deal there, but yeah, I think it's awesome. And
I think that's the success and stuff. Like when you're doing something you love and stuff, it makes it a lot easier to stay on top of it and everything. Yeah. I love the community, and I love Coin Hunt World, and that's where it all started, is getting on talking about Coin Hunt World, and we grew into something different. I mean,
that's exactly right.
We became a companion.
Yeah, a family.
Yeah.
Right on. All right, Rain. It was nice meeting you, nice chatting with you, and I'm sure we'll have a follow up. So and we'll see each other around. So thanks for being on.
For sure.
Yep.
And look forward to seeing you in the stream. Thank you for everything you do.
Sounds good. Bye.